going to return. There's a lot of confusion these days from the Wahhabi ideas that they are stopping people from making extra worship. And they're saying, don't make it. It is not necessary. It is useless. It is made up. It will lead you to Jahannam. Extra worship is going to lead you to Jahannam. This is what people are saying. This is showing how shaitanic that idea is. They're saying, offer Fatiha or read Yasin to those who have passed. You cannot. As if for 1400 years, our alims and our ulamas, our scholars and our saints, they've been very silent about this whole issue, or they don't know what answer to give. The confusion of the Ahir. So everyone is going to question about the wheel. Why is the wheel? Why is it round? Who says it is round? Why cannot it be 8 sides or 4 sides? Why 2? Why not 1? Who says it is? It's questioning. So now we need to take out the wheel. Whole vehicle cannot move. This is what happened to the Muslims now. We cannot move. Not 1 step forward. With everything that we have, we're not making 1 step forward, and confusion only. People being busy with confusion. Cannot offer Fatiha to those who passed. Don't read the Yasin, especially Thursday nights like this. Don't pray for those who have passed. Don't pray for those who have passed. Don't have special prayers 1 day, 3 days, 7 days, 40 days, 100 days after they've passed. And because Muslims are cut off from their understanding and their traditions, they start to believe this fear instead of trying to find the real answers. So what reaches to the ones who have passed? We have just buried one of our brothers too. Well, the father just passed away. We've known him for some time. Just 1 week ago. Same time, last week, we are preparing in the cemetery over there to put him to the ground. Islam is a religion of mercy, and it's a religion that is giving love, and it is giving good thoughts to those who are living and to those who pass. We don't take our ones who have passed away from this world and just throw them into a hole and just cover it and forget about them. Because those ones who live for the sake of Allah, they are fresh and they're alive. And there is a world that happens after this world, because this world is asfala safilin, the lowest of the low. There is a world that happens after that, which is the Baqalam, which is the world of the grave, that no Imam is talking about these days, because they're concentrating only on this dunya, this world, not talking about the world later. And that world is more real than this world. So, if you pass from this world, all right, all the women and all the children that are listening over there, take everyone and go to Shaykh Efendi's right now. All the children, all the adults, all those who have come and all those who are going to come, everyone is going to face death. It is a reality. If we're not preparing for that world, then it's like, what are you living for? Because you're not preparing for that world. That world, nobody is speaking about. They're not interested in. As if that world is not real. This world is real. That's why everyone is concentrating. All scholars are concentrating only on this world. When you pass from this world, your book is closed. except for a few things. Your book is still open. One of the things is what? The wealth is spent in the way of Allah. That's why Muslims, in the past, they're very intelligent. They say we're going to pass from this world. They don't take all their money to give to their children. They take their money and they open up a waqaf. They buy something, whether it's a land, whether it's a building, whether it's a well, that is still going to provide for the believers. And that book is still going to be open, whatever that people are using that, the reward still reaching to that person who has died until Judgment Day. So you cannot do anything else. You cannot worship anymore when you pass. But at least when you leave these things, your wealth in the way of Allah to provide, whether it's a soup kitchen or an orphanage, then the rewards for that will still continuously be given to you in your grave. And believe me, all of us, we need it that time. We're going to understand the value of one Allah that we say, one La ilaha illallah that we say, that when you say La ilaha illallah, it is better than this whole world and everything in it. Now we don't see, but when we're in that grave, we will understand. And we need that. And people in the past, they were rushing to clear their wealth and everything in the way of Allah. Because they understand how when you are in this world and you're earning one way or another, especially if you are having some money, it's not going to be 100% halal. It cannot be. They're very careful. So they say, at least if we give it to charity, that time will clean us, it will clean our wealth. We're not going to be questioned on the Day of Judgment so much. Especially the men. The women, Allah is not going to question. The men, Allah is going to question. You work. Where do you work? Why do you work? You earn money. How much did you earn? Where did you spend? Why did you spend? Every single thing that we are doing is going to be questioned. But who believes in these questions? Accountability. Who believes? Who talks about this accountability anymore? Who talks about how you have to face Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala one day and you have to give a full report? And everyone is living in this world as if they are saints. Yet there is no report. There is no accountability. There is no responsibility. Everything we do is, it's okay, it's halal, it's alright. No, it is not. So that remains open, whatever that you've put. What else remains open? One of the things, a child, a son or a daughter that is a salih, a righteous one. The one who continuously what? Prays for you. Oh, so you mean the prayer of a righteous person, the son or the daughter, goes to the person who... It does. Oh, subhanallah. What a big news. So he prays for you how? He's praying. He can recite Fatiha. He can recite La ilaha illallah. He can recite Yasin. He can recite alone, or he can call all his friends and say, my father just passed. Everyone, pray together with me. Why is that wrong? Why is that not entering into this square head Wahhabi type people? Because their hearts are blocked, deaf, dumb and blind, and they cannot see. You don't need to know too much. That is enough. So that reaches. What reaches? The prayers are going to reach to you. The recitation, the zikr, it is a very forgotten sunnat also these days. At least the Turks, they're holding on a little bit here and there. They say if a person who passed, they have to recite 70,000 La ilaha illallah, correct? Until they are passed or until they are buried. They come all together. Okay, you're going to make 10, you're going to make 10, you're going to make 10. Something like that. Everyone is coming together to pray, to remember Allah, to remember death. What is wrong with that? That is everything. That is what our religion is. To remember Allah and to remember death. So, the blessings reach to them. And with those blessings, who knows, in that crowd of people, there is one who is the beloved of Allah. That Allah loves that one more than anyone else because it's close to Allah and Allah is close to him. And through the prayer of that one, just opening his hand, Allah will grant. Maybe Allah is not going to look at you or me, but that one he loves, and he says, that one, for the sake of that one. Does Allah work like this? Of course Allah works like this. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying, that if it's not for the babies and the lamb, and it's some, they're saying for the old people too, Allah will not even bring one drop of rain into this world. It's for the sake of those innocent ones that Allah is bringing rahmat, compassion and mercy into this world. So maybe that one is in trouble because in reality, certain things happen to you when you're in that grave after 3 days. First thing that's going to happen to you, outside, one thing, the first thing that's going to happen to you is your nose is going to finish. The nose is first going to collapse. The nose that you're walking so high through this whole world, when you're walking on this world, on this earth, and you think you're so high and mighty, putting up your nose everywhere, saying, I'm Albanian, don't you know, I'm the best. Or I'm Pakistani, don't you know, the name is there, Pakistan, I'm the best. Or China, or whatever it is. The nose is going to be the first thing to go, to rot from the outside. From the inside, the first thing that's going to go is your brains. That everyone, mind, brains, intelligence, that's the first thing. The looks and the intelligence, first thing to go. And when that happens, understand in the grave, the body can feel everything. That's why we are still being very strict a little bit about the zikr, because if you're not going to discipline your body for 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes of zikr, how are you going to learn how to discipline your body when it's in the grave? Where everything, the worms are going to come, the insects going to come, the cold, the heat, everything, and you cannot move. You're going to feel everything, but you cannot move. Yeah? We're not telling people like Buddha kind, okay, you're going to lock yourself up 4 hours, you're not going to move, you're going to sit like this, and no. No one can do that anyway. No one can carry that. Yes, there is in Islam, in tariqat, for you to discipline your body also that way. Nobody can carry it. We say at least 5, 10, 15 minutes. But people, they are sleeping during zikr. So how we're going to enter into different things now? You have to wake yourself up. You have to put your will down to your body. You cannot just tell me what to do. Whenever you're tired, you're going to sleep. Whenever you're alive, you're going to do something. No. I'm going to tell you what to do. Sit like this. You understand? So everything's happening in that grave. We feel everything. 3 days later, something else is going to happen to the body. 7 days later, something else is going to happen to that body. And this, when the body is rotting in the grave, it is a big punishment. It is already an azab. So you are in need now of that punishment, in need of extra prayers now to happen to you, so that the punishment will be lifted. That's why in the old days, they say first day, 3 days. First 3 days, at least you're going to do it. 7 days, 40 days, 100 days, 1,000 days. So after 1,000 days, everything is going to be finished except for your bones. Now, when that happens, you need another set of prayers that's going to help you. So those prayers, it will raise your rank, or those prayers, it will remove the fire and the punishment of the grave. It is important. So, whatever that we're doing, it is reaching to us, good or bad. There's no such thing as you do bad and it's not going to reach to you. No. In this world, you cannot go inside, Efendi says, a McDonald's and drink 1 cup of coffee and not pay for it. You cannot do that. You will get arrested just for 1 cup of coffee that you didn't pay. And we think that we can do anything we want in this world and get away with it? What kind of understanding, what kind of intelligence, what kind of logic is that? When Allah is saying, I've given you the merciful ones, I've given you my friends, I've given you my prophets, I've given you holy days and nights. You feel yourself so heavy, run to these ones, run to these times, and unburden yourself. Take it. You cannot carry it. So much happening to you. I'm not asking you to carry it. Take it out. Run to the circles of light. You're feeling very dark. Run to the circles of light. Then that darkness will be taken away from you. Don't run away from it. You get more dark. You're very heavy. Run to those that can make it light. Don't run away from them. Otherwise, we cannot solve anything by ourselves. We think we can. We cannot. We need help. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, every Thursday night like this, He is saying, the Jummah, it is holier than the two Eids combined. Thursday nights like this, it is a very holy night. That's why Thursday nights, all the tarikats, they are concentrating on this night to do extra worship. Maybe whole week you're not doing nothing. Whole week you're escaping. Whole week you're doing wrong things. At least run for the holy nights. Sit with people who are worshipping. That will be taken away from you. Guaranteed. Just don't bring your ego into the circle. Leave everything out and enter. You'll find enough now light and enough power for you to survive another week. Go out there and do your nonsense. You'll find the energy to do that too, because you came and you got all the energy. Stay away, it's just going to finish you. So, we are hoping and we are praying, inshallah, when we pass, there'll be good people who are praying for us. That we didn't pass from this world, leaving all our wealth to children or to other things that's only going to do wrong things. We're going to get the fire too. May Allah forgive me, inshallah, and bless all of you. Al-Fatiha. Amin. Assalamu alaikum. Now, any other question you have? Yes.
How do we keep our faith from dying?